I drink till I'm drunk, smoke till I'm high, castle on the hill, wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly.
Hi, my name's Aamina, and this is just Aamina. And we about to get into the video. See, today we are talking about first times. First time doing this and that. And I'm going to look up on my phone, my handy phone right here, about first times. And I'm going to answer some questions, just so y'all can get to know me, you know? My first time. $56 fun first time tag questions you must answer immediately. Okay. Okay. First broken bone. Okay. So my first broken bone was when I was like 2 years old. That was my last broken bone because I never broke a bone afterwards. But anyway, when I was 2, I fell off the monkey bars. Nobody was watching me. They thought, oh, this 2-year-old can go on the monkey bars without hurting herself, without any help. What do you think happened? They got sued. And I don't understand this. Why would you let a 2-year-old go on the monkey bars by herself? Does that seem right? Like, I'm talking to the people. Say in the comments. Does that seem right? I mean, really? You're really gonna do that? You're really just gonna let this 2-year-old, who's clumsy, who doesn't pay attention to her surroundings, go on monkey bars? No wonder I'm scared of the monkey bars. I just thought about that. That's why I'm scared of the monkey bars. But anyway, we're gonna go to the next question. Okay, we're gonna go to my first boyfriend / girlfriend. Okay, so my first boyfriend, this probably doesn't count. Let's not even go back. Instead of first boyfriend, like call somebody first boyfriend, like actually felt like a first boyfriend. So my first boyfriend was last year in 8th grade. His name, let's call him JJ. Let's call him JJ. Alright? He was like a really nice person. And it's just that when quarantine hit, it was just like we were so distant from each other. We got so busy and everything. It's just like break up. But he's a pretty cool person, I think. I haven't talked to him in a while, so. Next question. My mom's looking at me. I don't know why. Don't look at me. Hey. Anyway. Next question. My first ever cell phone. Okay, my first cell phone was a Samsung, okay? It was an Android. Don't don't get on me, okay? Look, I literally had to be in a dangerous situation to the point where my mom got me a phone. And it was a Samsung 5. It was really big. Like, as big as this. It was as big as this, but thicker. Like, thicker. Bad camera quality. Like, it had bad camera quality. But it was like my first phone. I was excited. But you know what happened to it? It broke. No, it crashed. No, it crashed. It crashed. It stopped working. Like, all of a sudden, it stopped working. I didn't break it. Okay. It crashed. Like, it crashed on me. I was just like, Mom, please get me a new phone. I had, like, 4 phones in my whole entire 5 years of my life. Like, went through 4 phones. But anyway, let's get to... Okay. My first piercing and when did I get it? So my first piercing was right here. This is my first piercing. I got to pierce again because that's another story time. But when I first got my first piercing, it was in the 7th grade. Like, during spring break, it was the 7th grade. I was just like, hey, Mom, we at the mall. Can I get this pierced done? She was like, sure. I was so surprised because my mom is not that person to get piercings or nothing. Now she wants it. But she won't let me get a nose piercing. I really want a nose pierce and a belly button pierce, but we'll get into that later. My first swear word. Okay, I'm not supposed to be cursing. But I was in 5th grade and I said, no, I was little. I didn't even know the words. I to the chest. I don't care. I love it. That song, it had the B word in it. And I was just like singing that all day long. I'll remind you, I didn't know what cursing was. I didn't know what swearing was. I said the B word. My brother was like, don't say that word again. Don't say that word again. I was just like, why? And I was just like, and he was like, it's a bad word. And I was like, and that time I was a rebel, so I didn't really think it was a bad word because it was in a song. Now, when I grow up, I understand the B word is not a good word, and I don't say it unless people ask me to say it, unless my friends, get to the point. But yeah, so like, that's my first curse word was the B word, and it was a roller coaster. Like, at that point in age, I was like this unique person. I did what I wanted to do a lot. I was a spoiled brat. Not gonna lie, I was a spoiled brat. And I learned from that. My first time okay, let's do this. The first book I remember reading was definitely like a chapter book. It was definitely the Dork Diary series. Like, in elementary school, that was mosh. I read all the books. I bought all the books. Every girl that you know has probably read that. Like, probably most of the girls in elementary school read that book. It was just so popular. Like, definitely Dork Diaries. Yeah, totally. The first thing I do every morning when I get up, my mom makes me wake up, and I'm just like, the first thing I do is go to the bathroom and sit on the toilet and sleep there. I be hogging up the bathroom, not because I need to use it or anything. It's just because I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like doing anything. You just make me get up early in the morning for some online school. Like, I can just put on a t-shirt, some pajamas, to be done with it. My mom just said nope in the background. But anyway, I can just be done with that. I can just do that and be done with it. But she's like, no, you have to act like it's school. You have to get used to it. I've been going to school for most of my life. I can handle one day without needing to take a shower. I can handle no ass. Oh, God. But anyway, I go straight to that toilet. I don't feel like getting up. Like, I'm gonna sleep there. I'm waking myself up. I'll be sitting there for 30 minutes. I can sit there for an hour, 3 hours, until my legs get numb. Truth to be told. Okay. The first time I had a sleepover. So my first sleepover was not even at my house. It was my friend's house. It was for her birthday. We watched with Princess Tiana. I feel it was so fun that night. We were popping balloons, sitting on stuff, eating a lot of shit and everything. Eating a lot of food and everything. And she was my first best friend, so we don't talk that much anymore. But if you're watching this, hi Shania. Hi, Shy. But anyway, so we were just doing stuff, and then afterwards, I forgot what happened that morning because I think they drugged me. Just kidding, they didn't, but they would never do that. Her family's such nice and everything, but I just feel like that second morning, I was just like, I felt like it was a dream. It was just like, whoa, what happened? Anyway, next, okay. The first time I got into a fight. Okay, so the first time I got into a fight was in the 7th grade. It was my only one and truly only fight, but people call it a fight, but it was really more like an attack for me. So, my first attacking the first fight. So, I was mad. And I don't tell people why I was mad about this, but, and this is the last question for today. We can answer one more question after that. One more question and we're done. But anyway, so this fight was epic. Not really epic, but like people started acting scared of me. And I don't think they were scared of me. I just think that it was just doing it to make laughs and jokes. Because it really bothered me. I didn't want to get into that fight in the first place. I just think another side came out of me that made me black out. And I regret that day. I truly regret that day. Well, I regret fighting that person. But I don't regret the afterwards. Like, after that happened, I just felt like I feel like in that whole fight, I let everything out that I was feeling. And 7th grade was a whole mess. And I would never go back. I like moving forward, and I think I changed today and everything. But that whole fight, I'll do it in another story time if this gets views and everything. Sorry about that fight, but I think it had to happen. If it didn't have to happen, it would have had happened later. Maybe to another person, maybe not. It would have happened it would have happened either way. Anyway, next question. my first kiss. Okay, my first kiss was in the third grade. Definitely in third grade. And it was this boy at summer camp. So he was like, "Oh, you want to be my girlfriend?" I was like, "Sure." It was like a 3-week camp. So we only dated for like half of those. And it was just like, we were dating for half of those. And just like, and then he kissed me on the lips and I was like, "Oh, okay. Alright." So, cool. And then he broke up with me on the last day. And I was just like, okay. Okay. Alright. That doesn't. Ow. Trifling. On the last day, you were like, we have to break up. And it's just like, and he did it in the most evil way. And I was just like, this boy had anger issues, to be honest. He literally almost choked me to death. I'm just like, why all the boys I meet are so freaking aggressive? Then I was just like, Aamina, you gotta stop dating trifling boys. Like, you gotta stop training guys that have issues like you. Like, not like, oh, like, you have to stop dating yourself. I'm just kidding. You have to stop dating people with anger issues. Like, and if you don't know they have anger issues at first, you have to like see signs and like watch them. That's what I learned. And it was just like, okay. Alright. But anyway, that has to complete this whole YouTube video. And I hope you enjoy. Peace out, my guys. Mwah. 101. Period. Bye, my loves.
Wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly.